Hi, I'm Leslie. So I have two kids. Aiden's 11 and Haley turns 14 tomorrow. I don't want to talk about it, it freaks me out. They're both fairly athletic. Aiden does football things when he's not playing on his games, and Haley does softball all the time, and band and volleyball and basketball and track and all of the things, which is why I'm always tired. So the very first time I came to Grit was March 2019. Katrina talked me into it and told me that we would go together and it would be great. We were gonna have a great time and we were gonna get in shape. And so we showed up on a Monday, which we have now learned is a week 6 Monday. And we did all of the burpees and the AMRAPs and almost died. Chris was coaching that day. Probably wouldn't have ever come back if she hadn't been coaching that day. Because she did, she helped us survive. But it was one of the worst experiences of my life. No offense, Kenny. But also one of the best, obviously, because I came back. Grit Fitness has been, and this is something too, okay, so you hear all the time, you hear from the moment you walk through this door, we're a family, we're all in this together, everybody loves each other, everybody supports each other, we're a gym, we're, you know, we come here and we work out, and we are, it's a family here, everybody supports everybody. I can't tell you how thankful I am for the people who reached out to me and supported me over these last 5 or 6 months, and the whole time, but especially now when I was working the way that I was. But I think what I've learned the most about Grit Fitness is that it's not just a gym, it's not a building, because we spent 2 months where we couldn't even be together. We couldn't work out together. We couldn't come to the gym and have class every day. We couldn't come to this building, but we were all still out there supporting each other, using the online, the Facebook stuff, the workouts, the members page. And for me, that's a lot of what kept me going, was knowing that all these people who hadn't seen me in months, who maybe I've even never met face to face, because some of them work out in Lake Jackson, or just for whatever reason I haven't met them, they were all still cheering me on. That's, I think, what makes Grit Fitness what it is. Lots of love. You can't come here and work out and not feel loved. Even when they're killing you with burpees or something, you're still like, oh, they love me, they want me to be better. It's all love. There's a lot of people who think, I can't go there, I can't do that. They see the videos, they see these people at races, hanging from monkey bars and like climbing trees and climbing ropes. I think what I want people to know is that you don't have to be afraid to come. It doesn't matter what your fitness level is. Me, when I started, not fit at all. Still not as fit as I want to be, but I came, I showed up, and even if there's something physically that you can't do, like for me, I'll just use my example, I can't jump on a box. I've been coming here for 1.5 years. I think some of it for me now is mental, but I do have a knee that I struggled with a lot whenever I first started here. There were a lot of things I could not do. Lunges were hard in one direction. Almost anything I did that involved a lot of knee mobility, which I also used as an excuse to not run. It was painful. And so I was given all kinds of modifications at first, and for things like jumping on the boxes, for even like push-ups. They can modify anything so that whatever is hard for you, or if you have some sort of, physical issue that keeps you from doing a move, they make sure that you can still do the workouts in a way that's safe and comfortable. What I noticed after, it was probably 6 months or so that I started to notice it, the things that used to bother my knee don't bother them anymore. There are still times that it does bother me a little, but through all of the workouts, through starting with the modifications and now moving into things like now I can lunge either direction, whatever. I can do more with my leg. And I attribute that to strengthening it, using the modifications to start, strengthening the areas around my knee so that my leg is more stable and stronger. And then ultimately leading me to where I am now, where maybe one day I'll make a box jump. But for now, there's so many, like the running. I couldn't have done that when I started. No way. But they can modify anything. Pull-ups, I still can't do a pull-up. Nope. But we have suspension straps. We have rubber bands. We have so many things that people can do. Pull-ups, get the same range of motion and work the same muscles with, but there's really no excuse to say, oh, I can't do it. You feel like you're gonna die? Sit down, take a water break. Come join us again. You'll be fine. We won't let you die. They didn't let me die. I'm still here.